Hi and welcome! I'm Audrey and today we are catching up on the videos I was meant to film and post in December, but unfortunately I couldn't. If you want to know more about why, you can just go see my December wrap-up or vlog video, everything is. So anyway, this is my most anticipated release of 2026. It's only fantasy books. I don't think there is a single non-fantasy books. So let's get into it with some tea. The first book I was anticipating the most in this year was Dragon Curse by Elise Kova. And why am I talking in past tense is because I'm filming this already mid-January and the book came out 6th of January. And well, it happened that I was just finishing a series, so well, I just dived directly into it and already read it, and it will be in my January wrap-up. All I can tell you so far is that I was right to want to read that book. And apparently it has been picked up for a movie, most likely, based on the information the author shared. And I don't know if it will be a duology because she just announced that there will be a second book in 2027, but I don't know if more are planned or not. So that was my first book I really wanted to get my hands on, and I got it and it was great. I got the ebook version. Will I try to get my hands on the paperback at some point? Or no, hardcover, not paperback? Probably, yes, I think so. I will see, maybe. But yeah, let's see how the second book goes and if with times how I feel about it, but there is a big chance. The second book I'm waiting desperately this year would not have been on this list if I had filmed in December. At the very end of December, I started The Road of Bones by Demi Winter, and then I just went into the second book, then I went on to the novella, and on February 3rd, there is the third book, well, technically fourth book, Dawn of the North, coming out. And I cannot wait to see where the story is going on. I will tell you all more information on my January wrap-up again, because, well, I don't want to share everything now, but I really loved it. It's Viking inspired, so it's a great winter read. The atmosphere is very wintry, so many things going on, so there is magic that's grow and grow more and you learn more and more about, and it's just great. I will tell you more about January wrap-up to not ramble too long, but just go read The Road of Bones. It's just, and then you can directly go into the next book, which will not be the last book. The series will have 5 books in total and maybe more novellas, we don't know. But you can already have 4 books to read and they're really good. I don't know how is the last one that will come up, but I'm pretty sure it still will be good. I don't see how it will turn up. But yeah, so far I just heard good news. I just heard good things. So yeah, the next book, I'm a bit confused if it's already out or not. I think the ebook is already out, but not the hardcovers. And it's a book from Kristen Ciccarelli? I don't know how to pronounce her name right. She's the person who wrote the Crimson Moss duology. And I really enjoyed the books. I really had a good time. It was a really fun read. And she's coming out with, well, not technically a new book. She's republishing with a new title, a new book on February 12th. It's called now The Dark Forgetting. Originally it was Edgewood. I think it's a standalone, if I remember right. It's a standalone and it seems very whimsical, and there is something about chanting or singing in it. I don't know much more about it because, you know, I like to go in blind. But it seems very interesting. The covers I've seen are just looking gorgeous, and I really would like to get a physical book because it's really looking good, and I have high hope that I will really like this book. She has also actually another trilogy that I really want to read. So apparently the hardcovers are coming out February 12th, but you can already have the ebooks. I don't know exactly, beside the name, if there is more changes into the writing and the story. I think not, but I'm not sure. So don't take my word for it. And yeah, actually, that's why I don't have anything more to say. Beside that, I saw on her social media that also she will have a new series. She will start in 2027, so of course I will have a look. By the way, I noticed when editing my last video that sometimes I was coming out of breath because I'm still recovering from when I was sick. So I hope here it will get better, but I'm not making promises. The next book is actually the second book of The Rose Bargain by Sasha Peyton Smith, which will come out on April 14. The truth is, I did not read The Rose Bargain, but when I was looking information for it, I saw that there was already a release date for the second book, and it's supposed to be a duology. I don't know if the information has changed since then, but I thought, you know what, if it's going to be a duology and I like to binge my book, then I will just read it close to the release date and I will be able to jump into it directly if I like it. Because based on what I heard, besides that it's YA, normally it's the kind of things I like. It's has the Bridgerton vibe, even though I did not read the books, also the series, but all those castle, palace, and all those kind of royalty, all that vibe that I really enjoy. So I'm just waiting to be able to binge it. The next one actually is already pre-ordered since she announced that it was released. It's the next Lynette Noni book. If you've seen my wrap-up of The Prison Healer, you know that I loved that series. I also loved The Murder Chronicles. She has another series, which is a duology that I need to read, and a standalone, which is a YA contemporary romance. So it's not really my vibe, but I will still give it a go because it's just Lynette Noni. And she comes out with a new book on June 16, and it's The Shadow Reaper. What is it talking about? I don't really know. All I know is that the main character will be a mix of Caldon from Prison Healer and Nyx, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, from Modern Chronicles, and they were my favorite characters. So obviously I don't want to read it. I'm pretty sure I will read it in 2 days, and then I will be having a hard time. I got interrupted, and now my dog is here, that weird shape here. That's my dog. So what I was saying, that yes, I'm pretty sure I will read Shadow Reaper in 2 days, most likely, and then I don't know how it ends, but knowing Lynette Noni and how she wrote all the other books, I'm pretty sure I will be dying to have the second one, and I will have a hard time waiting. So yes, I cannot tell you more what is it. She's currently teasing information about the characters and the story and some quotes. And that's all I know. It has been pre-ordered, and I will make sure that I will time perfectly that my current read will finish on the day I will receive the book, so I can directly get into it. The next book is again by Elise Kova. It's another series. It's Arcana Academy series. I read it in December, so you have all the info in a vlog and in a wrap-up. It was great. I really liked it. And the day I finished the book, she announced Prince of Sword coming on July 21st. When I look down, it's because I cannot remember all the information. So it's coming on July 21st, and I cannot wait to read it. I really, really hope it will be a drawer point of view, but I don't know, and I'm not reading any more info, like if there is any summary, anything going on. I don't want to read it. I will just grab the book and go for it. Will I reread Arcana Academy? I don't know. I will see how is my memory until then. And I heard also that the audiobook was really nice, so maybe I will take the audiobook. I don't know. I will see which books I'm currently listening to. So yeah, it's keep open, but definitely I will grab it. And actually, I'm waiting the moment that I will be able to do pre-orders on not all of them, but most of them. Hopefully from Waterstone. I don't know. I need to figure it out, but in spring I will definitely pre-order some of the books. Another book coming out on July 21st is Sea of Charms by Sarah Beth Durst. She's the author of The Spell Shop, and afterwards she made The Greenhouse, and that will be the third book in the series. They are interconnected standalone cozy fantasies. I actually just finished yesterday, 2 days ago, The Spell Shop, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I will soon, now I'm skipping to another audiobook, but because I'm doing one Harry Potter, one cozy fantasy, and until I finish the Harry Potter series, and then actually I will maybe switch to Modern Chronicles. I don't know. I will see. Anyway, after I'm finishing the current Harry Potter read, I will go into the greenhouse. It's really cozy, it's really whimsical, a lot of special weird creatures, very inventive. Actually, even the people who are following, they have like blue, no, she had blue hair, and I think the one will follow in the next one because greenhouse, she has gray purple skin or something. So really whimsical, really weird creatures. Someone has many arms. So anyway, she has a third one, it's Sea of Charms, and I will definitely keep listening on audiobooks because the narration is really, really nice, and I really enjoy cozy fantasies on audio. Next release, again, it's a duology that actually I did not read the first book, but it's Rachel Gillig, so I'm sure you know about The Night and the Moth. Yeah, The Night and the Moth, and it will come on September 1st, the second part of the duology, which is the Knave, and the Moon. I'm sorry, my English is not that great for every single word. I don't even know what is a knave. I need to translate that. The translation is not helping, but I realized it translated from French to German, so that's probably why it makes no sense. Okay, from English to French, it's not better because I wouldn't know what it means, but according to Google AI, okay, it's valid. Okay, I just learned a new English new word. How do I pronounce it? Knave. That's what I thought. Anyway, let's learn English together while reading books in English. Out of all the translation I've seen, depending on which ones it will be actually, because I'm pretty sure it will be translated in French. I offered the first book to my mom who loved it. The title was translated in... I think so. I don't remember. Anyway, I probably would have need to look it up. Also, yes, I have my tablet with all my info. If not, I get lost. I loved the first duology from Rachel Gillig, which is actually just here. I grabbed the special edition and gifted the paperback edition to a friend, and I just know I will love it. And I just want to binge it, especially in the first duology. I read it all at once, but I think if people read directly the second book without doing a reread, they probably got a bit confused, or maybe it all depends on the memory, but it didn't give back a lot of info or any info from the previous book. It was like just continuing, not at all. It was just continuing in one story without any recap or anything. I'm scared that this will be the same. And I thought, anyway, it's a duology like this, I can binge it. But will I hold myself to not read that book that everybody is telling me is so great until September? I'm not making any promises. Again, I don't make many promises, especially when it comes to book. I cannot trust myself. The next book, it's again a cozy fantasy by Lucy Jane Wood. I listened also to Uncharmed and Rereach first and Uncharmed second. It's again interconnected standalone cozy fantasy that I listen on audiobook, and there is a third one coming in 10th of September. The last two were set in October, and it was the perfect October reads, I think. Yes, I think I was already having the bank account. Sure, the book account. So normally, if I remember right, you should have both books in my wrap-ups. Actually, one of them was supposed to be on a vlog that I still did not post because time has passed and I didn't take the time to edit. I think I will still publish it. Anyway, cozy fantasies, a lot of magic, a lot of story. They are around 30 years old, early 30s, and it's really fun and I really like it, and it's in London. I love the audiobook who are British accent. It's really nice. I really liked it. I do have a slight preference for Rereach than Uncharmed, but I still really had a good time with Uncharmed, and I don't know what will happen in Disenchanted, but I cannot wait to find out. And then we have the following story of, wait a second, this book. I don't remember, I don't know who I saw recommending this book and how I ended up seeing that. Thank you for moving my camera, little doggy. and how I ended up knowing this book, but it was there in Scotland. You can see it on my Scotland book haul and also on my October wrap-up. I love The Ordeals by Rachel Greenlaw, and apparently the second book should come out on October 8th. I cannot wait. I will definitely do a reread of this one. The only thing that bugged me out is apparently it's meant to be only a duology, and I was expecting way more books from it, at least 3. I would have been fine with, I don't know, 7. I don't know how many. I just loved it. So I'm waiting for the sequel of this duology. It's just so good. And also in December, if you go see my December wrap-up, I read another book by Rachel Gillig, and not Rachel Gillig, Rachel Greenlaw. Sorry, we have 2 Rachels. We have Rachel Gillig with One Dark Window, but this one is Rachel Greenlaw, and the other book was fantastic. She has a YA series, actually. It's a trilogy, and the last one is coming out in February. And I did not include it in this video. I included video of all the books I would like to read in 2026, which is not yet filmed and not yet published, because again, that's one of those videos that was meant to be done in December. But she has also that YA trilogy with a new book coming in February, as I said. You don't have to repeat yourself. So most likely I will pick it up in February. I am a bit scared that I will not like it as much because it is YA, but I still love her writing. And apparently there is more sea world, like in the water and ocean, and I don't know exactly what it's about. And that's not my favorite kind of world. Actually, the Sea of Charm by Sarah Beth, also they will be on a boat in the sea. So that's not my favorite. When I like the author, I mean, why not try? Maybe it will become my favorite. You never know. Then there is 2 other books that I'm really waiting for, but as of today, they don't have any release date. The first one is Burn of the Everflame, the 4th and last book of Spark of the Everflame saga. Yes, I love this series. I know people are annoyed by DM, but honestly, yes, sometimes you want to shake her and be like, okay, get up and stop being in denial. But at the same time, well, being in denial is one of my coping mechanisms as well, so I cannot really blame her, you know. But anyway, I am really not mad about it, and I love that series so much. All the words, the magic, the politic, Luther, obviously, and all the characters and the Griever? I don't remember what's the name of that animal now. I just binge it and I'm waiting. I cannot wait for Burn. I will definitely do a reread of the series. There is no release date. The last update I saw is the author Peyton saying that she's still working on the writing. So will we get it in 2026? I don't know. Maybe 2027. We'll see. Anyway, I can tell you that I will pre-order it right away. And the other one that is unknown, I do not have the physical copy yet because I read it on my Kindle. I had it at a very good deal and I was, I don't know that story, but it's a very good deal. I will take it. And I finally read it and it's just so good. It's The Raven Scholar. You should have it on my November wrap-up. And it's also supposed to be in the vlog that so far never came out, but hopefully I will manage to put it out soon, one of these days. Apparently the name of the second book will be The Fox in Winter. It's by Antonia Oxon, and I don't know when the second book is coming, and apparently she doesn't have social media, which is okay, or if she does, I just didn't find her. So yeah, I didn't have any information. I don't know when it's coming. I don't know what's happening. I think it's supposed to be a trilogy, and it's just really fun. If you haven't read it, it's just so good. It's epic fantasy. You have trials, but in a fun way. You have trials which are really nice. You have magic. You have magic? Yeah, you have magic, but it's not like at the core of the story. Or am I remembering wrong? But no, it's not at the core of the story. And one thing you got, it's twist that keep on twisting. And if anybody tell me, oh yeah, I saw it coming from the very first page, you're a liar. How can you? How did she even think about that? I don't know. That's the last book I have on that list. I know it's not the longest. Well, I've been talking apparently for over 15 minutes. It's not the longest list. I do have some books that I'm anticipating for 2027. There is the fourth and final book of The Lost Queen. That's The Lost Queen by Sign Pike. and it's a great historical fiction of the twin of Merlin, if you like Arthurian retelling eras. There is 3 books. I read so far just the first one. I still have to read the other 2 that I don't know why I keep postponing. I know why it was the beginning, but anyway, the 4th and final book, she went, I think this year I saw on her social media that she went to Scotland to gather information to write it. So hopefully it will, well, she said it will come in 2027, so normally it should. There is also, well, as I said, the Kristen Ciccarelli, who writes The Crimson Math, who is here. She will release a new series in 2027. And then, I don't know if you know her, but there is Jessie Burton, who writes amazing books. There is one, her most famous, I think, is The Miniaturist, with magical realism, if I remember right. And she just writes those amazing books. I read them in French, actually, because I'm sharing them with my mom. Still have one book I haven't read. It's connected to The Miniaturist. It's the prequel or after, I don't remember. I wanted to do a reread. For some reason, I was not in the mood for that reread. And so far, I've been putting it off. But Jessie Burton is really, really good. Here, I found you the Jessie Burton book in French. So miniaturist, I think it's basically the same word in the English version, probably a different cover. And she has other books as well, which are really, really good. You should really check it out, even though it's not fantasy. And the next one is Joël Dicker, who is actually from Geneva. And he wrote a lot of books based in US. It's also more crime books. One got very, very famous, which had a series. Who's his name? The one who was playing Shepard in Grey's Anatomy. The French title is The Truth About the Harry Kéber. Yeah, okay, the same word. So it's The Truth About the affair, no, Harry Kéber affair. I think they're just switching the words. Anyway, he got very famous for this one, and he has also a bunch of other books. There is the first one he had set, because he was setting all his books in the US, and the first one, which is a Chamber 6022, which for some reason I cannot find in my books. I don't know what happened to it. Did I give it to my parents? I don't know where it disappeared, but I loved that one. It's crime again. I mean, yes, there is always some unaliving and story in it, and it was so good. I really loved it, more than the one that he has set up in US. And he also, I saw recently that A Wild Animal, which, I mean, here I have only the French version, because, well, he originally writes in French, so I get the French books. But, yes, originally he writes in French, because I just saw that this one got translated a few months ago in English. And it's about, I remember a bank robbery, but I don't remember much. But it's also in Geneva, and it's really, really nice and really good. I know those are not fantasy books, but it's still a good ride, and give it a try. Really, most of them are translated in English. I mean, this one got the series from US, so he has a lot of his book translated. So yeah, check it out if you're interested, and I think that's all. I don't have that many books. I'm waiting for it to be released. I don't have also that many authors I'm following. I mean, the one I just told you is the ones I've been reading for a while. So that concludes my most anticipated release book of 2026. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you get some new ideas of books you could read and some recommendation. I know a lot of them were books that I already read. I mean, like the follow-up on books I read. But if you haven't read it, give it a try or check it out. Maybe it won't be for you, but maybe it will be. We will leave it to here, and I hope you're having a good day. Please tell me what are your most anticipated release of 2026, if there is any books that you think I should read or I would enjoy. So on that note, I will catch up on my reading and wish you a wonderful day.